Hello, everyone. Welcome. So if you are new to my classes, this is a very casual flow. I encourage you to have a journal, blankets, pillows. We're going to move pretty slow, nice, relaxed pace here today, and just take whatever variations you might need. So, if you want to challenge yourself, go a little bit deeper, feel free to do so. And if you need to take things slower, take a child's pose here and there, I also encourage you to do that as well. All right, so we're gonna get started. One moment. Sorry if it's a little bit dark. I wanted to set myself up outside, but I will make sure that I cue pretty well to make sure that you understand the different poses. So we're just gonna start off seated. Go ahead and put your journal up towards the top of your mat. So right around where your hands would be in downward dog. So you can sit seated or on your knees, whatever feels good for you. And just take some nice, simple, gentle movement, whatever you need to kind of feel like you're in your body. Sorry if you can hear construction noises in the back. There's people doing construction in the neighborhood. Just do what you got to do before settling into stillness. If you'd like to close your eyes, feel free to close your eyes. And just start to arrive here in your body. I'm just going to offer up one simple idea for today's class, and that's to use the breath to remain present. Start to notice how the breath feels. Notice the cadence of it, the temperature of it. As you move through this flow, your mind will wander. Your awareness will go to your to-do list, to your phone, to your inbox. And that's okay and that's normal. When it does, see if you can just gently pull your awareness back into your body and into your heart. Start to take deeper breaths, really utilizing the full capacity of the lungs. With every inhale, feeling your body become a little bit more expansive. With every exhale, letting go of something, finding a little bit of relief. Take 3 more just like that. We're just going to start off with a few seated twists. So if you close your eyes, go ahead and open them. As you inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, get nice and long. On the exhale, twist over to the right. Pausing here for a second, bringing your left hand to the outside of the right knee. On the inhale, lengthen through the spine, lift the chest. The exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Beautiful. One more breath here. Beautiful. On the inhale, reach up towards the sky, get nice and long, come back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Deep breath in as you lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Beautiful. This time, inhale, come back to center, reach up towards the sky. We're just going to flow back and forth between these two sides. One breath per movement. Inhales draw you to center. And exhales twist over to the side. Using this time to really connect movement with breath. Maybe closing your eyes and really just starting to tune into your flow. Take a few more here on your own at your own pace. Taking one more each side. Really tuning in with your own breath, letting it draw you into these poses. And when you're done, go ahead and come back to center. Reach your arms up towards the sky. We'll all meet here. Nice deep breath in. Really reach up towards the sky. Lift the heart. On the exhale, fold forward over the legs. Let your head fall down towards the ground. Let your chest start to melt down towards your mat. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And out. Another deep breath in. And out. Then slowly begin to pull yourself into a table. So maybe you need to adjust yourself on your mat. I encourage you to put a blanket underneath your knees. So it doesn't have to be fancy, just find your way into a tabletop. I don't know about you guys, but I have not been practicing yoga as regularly during this pandemic, so my knees are a little bit sensitive. So just make sure that you're being conscious of that. Take a little bit of movement here in your table. You can sway the hips from side to side. Maybe roll out the neck. And settle into your tabletop here. We're going to flow through a few cat-cows. So on the inhale, draw the heart forward, lift the chest, coming into your cow, look up. We exhale around the spine, press the hands into the mat, tuck your chin to your chest. Beautiful. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Take about 2 more on your own here. Moving at your own pace. Moving with your own breath. Settle back into your tabletop here. From here, we're going to find our puppy pose. So keep your knees stacked underneath your hips. Go ahead, start to walk your hands forward as you melt the chest down towards the ground. If this doesn't work for you, feel free to just find child's pose. Really thinking about pressing the forearms down into the ground. Opening up through the shoulders. Take one more full breath here. And slowly start to walk your hands back under your shoulders, coming into your table. Just notice how your shoulders feel. Finding a nice solid tabletop here. So we're going to take we're going to thread the needle. Make sure that your knees are on your blanket or on something that's cushioned. Go ahead, reach your right arm up towards the sky. You can go ahead, look up at that right hand if that feels good. Open it up. On the exhale, thread that right arm through, drop your right shoulder down to the mat. Right cheek rests on the mat. And then take whatever variation feels good. You can walk the left hand forward, maybe reach up towards the sky. Maybe you want to wrap it around the low back. Whatever feels good for you today. We'll be here for a few breaths. took a bind, go ahead and bring the left hand back underneath the left shoulder. Press that left hand into the mat as you reach the right arm back up towards the sky. Open it up, nice big motion. Exhale all the way back into your table. Just go ahead, take some slow movement. Finding your thread, the needle on the other side. Settle back into your tabletop. Inhale, reach the left arm up towards the sky. Open it up, maybe look up at that hand. And exhale, thread the needle through. Drop the left shoulder down to the ground. And find your variation on this side. You can walk the right hand forward or reach it up towards the sky. Wrap it around the low spine. Find what works for you. If you want to twist a little bit deeper, you can press down into that left shoulder. Feel the right shoulder open up towards the sky a little bit more. If you took a bind, go ahead and bring the right hand back underneath the right shoulder. Press into the mat. You lift the left arm up towards the sky. Open it up. Exhale, hand comes back down. Tabletop position. Beautiful. So we're going to take a sun salutation here. If you would like to skip downward dog, feel free to just stay in table. You can do everything from tabletop and just leave your blanket where it is. So go ahead, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, finding your first downward facing dog. Keeping the knees bent generously here, and just take a little bit of movement, whatever feels intuitive, organic for you. Lifting the hips up towards the sky, finding a nice stretch in the hamstrings. Beautiful. Then go ahead, slowly start to walk the feet up to meet the hands, folding at the top of the mat here. Bend the knees generously as you just let the whole upper body drape over the legs. On the inhale, slide your hands up your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold it back down. On the inhale, come slowly up to stand. Reach up towards the sky. Nice long spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding your Tadasana here. So take a moment here, just reconnect. We won't do a whole lot of standing today. See if you can pull your awareness back into your body. Reconnecting to your breath. Letting whatever your mind is clinging on to, just let it go. On the inhale, reach up towards the sky. On the exhale, fold forward, leading with the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Feel free to drop the knees down to the ground as you lower all the way onto your belly. On the inhale, baby cobra, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press the hips down. On the exhale, find your downward facing dog, however you want to get there. From here, inhale the right leg straight back behind you. Take some movement here in your three-legged dog. If you need to drop the left knee down to the mat or onto the blanket, you can do so now. You can roll out the right knee, roll out the ankle, whatever feels good. Keep your shoulders squared towards the mat. On the inhale, straighten that right leg straight back behind you, finding our pigeon here as you draw the right knee in between the hands, stepping it through and dropping the left knee down onto your blanket. So this is a great time to put a pillow or a block underneath your right hip. You really want to be propped up here. We'll be here for about 2 or 3 minutes. So a few options here. You can either stay here and just hang out, finding your pigeon. You can walk your hands forward, finding your reclined pigeon, or I'm going to offer a journal prompt for you as you hang out in your pigeon pose. So you can grab your journal if you want to do a little bit of writing. We'll be here for about 2 minutes. So today I'm going to offer to you writing a few sentences to someone that you love, telling them why you love them, why you're grateful for them. So just call someone to mind and start to write as if you are just writing them a note. When you're done, you can just rest your head on your hands, or you can find a child's pose if this pigeon pose is a little bit much for you. We'll be here for 2 minutes. I think about 30 more seconds here. Finish up your thought. And when you're ready, you can slowly start to come up onto your hands, being really gentle with yourself. Just roll over onto your left hip, remove your blanket or your block, and just slowly find your way back into your table. And from here, you can reach that right leg straight back behind you and maybe make like big circles with the hip or whatever movement feels good to wake up that leg. Beautiful. All right, coming back to your tabletop here, go ahead, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, find your downward facing dog. We'll find our pigeon on the other side here. So reach the left leg straight back behind you. Take a moment here in three-legged dog, or drop down to your right knee, finding your balancing table. Roll out the ankle, roll out the knee, whatever feels good for you. Keep your shoulders squared down towards the ground. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, draw the left knee through in between the hands, finding your pigeon pose on the other side. Go ahead, set yourself up however you need to. You just take note that this side might feel a little bit different than the other. When you're ready, you can walk your hands forward, finding your reclined pigeon, or grab your journal, and I will offer another prompt here for the next 2 minutes. So I'm going to offer the same prompt, except for this one, you're going to be writing yourself a note as if it's from a friend. You're going to write a couple sentences to yourself about why you love you, why you are grateful for yourself, and why you're awesome. So just pretend like you're writing a note to a friend. And we'll be here for 2 minutes. When you're done, you can go ahead and rest or find your child's pose. Take about 30 more seconds here. Finish up your thoughts. Start to come back up onto your hands here. Moving really slowly, being very gentle with yourself. Go ahead, lean over to the right. Move that pillow or that block out from under your hip. Find your table. Take some movement, whatever feels good, to wake up that hip and that leg. Whenever you're ready, we'll meet in downward dog. Moving a little bit faster now, moving through a short flow before our next journal prompt. So as you inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, come to stand, reach up, look up. Nice long spine, big movement here. On the exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. On the inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step the left foot back behind you, coming into a low lunge. So drop the left knee down onto the blanket. Right foot's forward, left foot's back. Beautiful. Make sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. When you find your footing, reach up towards the sky, finding your low lunge. If you feel a little bit wobbly, go ahead, walk your right foot out to the right a little bit. You can find a little bit of a wider base. Nice. Go ahead, bring your hands to your hips. Beautiful. Go ahead, press your left hip forward a little bit, finding a nice stretch in the front of the left hip. When you're ready, reach your arms back up towards the sky. If you want to challenge your balance a little, you can look up towards your hands or maybe close the eyes. Take a few deep breaths here. On your next exhale, go ahead, plant the left hand down on the ground, reach your right arm up towards the sky for a low lunge twist. Maybe look up at your right hand. Beautiful. Nice deep breath in and out. One more deep breath here. On the exhale, plant the right hand on the inside of the right foot, finding your lizard position. Walk your right foot out to the right. And if you need to put a block, a blanket, or a pillow underneath your hands to bring the ground a little bit closer to you, feel free to do that. We'll be here for a few moments. If you'd like to take a variation, maybe an arm balance, something a little bit more challenging, feel free to do so. Wherever you are, find your breath. If you took a variation, go ahead and come back up onto your hands. Press into your hands, and however is comfortable for you, find your way back into a table. Go nice and slow. No need to be fancy. And then just shake it out. Sway the hips from side to side. Beautiful. We'll do the same on the other side. Go ahead and find your downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. When you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, get nice and long. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Come back to your body. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Sorry for the construction noises. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, this time into your low lunge. Find your footing here. Stacking your left knee over your left heel. When you feel steady and ready, reach up towards the sky. Again, maybe you want to walk that left foot over towards the left for a little bit of a wider base. Go ahead, bring your hands to your hips. Press that right hip forward. Feeling that nice stretch in the front of the hip. Sorry if you can hear my dog crying. She can see me from the balcony. Beautiful. When you feel steady, go ahead, reach your arms back up towards the sky. If you want to challenge your balance, maybe look up, maybe close the eyes. One more deep breath here. On your next exhale, plant the right hand down, left hand reaches up towards the sky, finding your low lunge twist. Maybe you look up at that left hand. Maybe your legs are starting to burn a little bit. Find a little bit of strength in the legs. One more deep breath. On your next exhale, left hand comes down inside the left foot. Walk the left foot out to the side, finding your lizard. Again, find your variation. We'll be here for a few moments. And go ahead and find your way back up onto your hands if you took a variation. Slowly, however you need to, find your way back into your table and make your way to child's pose. So if you have a journal, make sure it's close by. You can bring a pillow underneath your chest and walk your knees nice and wide, letting your heart kind of just melt down towards the ground. We're going to take a child's pose here before I offer you a journal prompt. Letting the hips kind of melt down towards the heels. Find your breath again. Reconnect to your body. And feel free to stay right here in your child's pose. Or if you'd like to grab your journal, I already did these journaling exercises today to test them out. So that's why I'm not doing them with you. But grab your journal. I want you to write 3 habits or routines that make you feel really good. So daily habits, things that you do almost every single day that just make you feel really good. Go ahead and jot them down. We'll be here for a few minutes. If you don't feel like it, just hang out in your child's pose. All right, one more minute here. Go ahead and slowly start to come back up into your tabletop. You can go ahead and move your journal off to the side. But also, this is your practice, and if you want to keep journaling, by all means, keep journaling. Be really gentle with yourself. Go ahead, take a little bit of movement. Oh. When you're ready, find your downward dog. You're going to move through one more series here before coming back down to the ground. All right. Whew. Got a lot of sticks and stuff on here. On the inhale, reach your right leg straight back behind you. Reach it up towards the sky. Feeling that nice stretch in the back of the left hamstring. Draw that left heel down towards the mat. Deep breath in. On the exhale, step the right foot forward, finding your warrior 2 feet. Drop the left heel down. Cartwheel your hands up into your warrior 2. So right foot is forward. Left foot's parallel to the back of the mat. Deep bend in the right knee. Arms are out in a T. So go ahead, flip both palms up towards the sky. Feel your shoulders kind of roll down your back. And then keeping your shoulders where they are, flip your palms back down. Beautiful. Keep the right knee stacked over the right heel. The inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Reaching back towards the back of the room or behind you. Take one deep breath here. Nice strong warrior, legs are strong. On your exhale, you're going to cartwheel your hands down to the mat, step back to plank, move through your flow, whatever that looks like for you. We'll meet in downward dog. Beautiful. Same on the other side here. Reach the left leg straight back behind you. On the exhale, step that foot through. Warrior 2, open it up. Find your footing, adjust your legs as you need to. Beautiful. Go ahead, flip both palms up towards the sky. Let your shoulders melt down your back. Keeping the shoulders where they are, flip the palms back over. Deep bend in the left knee, and as you flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. One full cycle of breath here. On your next exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat, step back to plank, move through your flow. We'll meet in downward dog. Go ahead and roll yourself forward to plank here. Option to drop the knees and tuck the toes. Lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. We're gonna have a few options here. Option to just make a pillow with your hands, take a little bit of rest. Or we're gonna do a little calf stretch, hamstring stretch, foot stretch. Bring your right arm parallel to the top of the mat. Bend the left knee. Bring the left foot up towards the seat. You're gonna reach your left hand back towards the foot. If you can't reach it, you're just gonna reach towards the foot. If you can grab the foot, go ahead and grab it and start to pull it towards the hip. Don't pull it so hard that your knee starts to hurt or there's any pinching. You just want to feel a little stretch in the leg. Keep pressing into that right arm, nice strong right arm. You're not dumping into the right shoulder. Two more breaths here. Go ahead and release the foot when you're ready. Switch over to the other side. Left arm comes forward. Go ahead, bend that right foot, that right leg. Go ahead, grab the foot. If you can, pull it towards your seat. Beautiful. 2 full breaths here. Go ahead, release the foot. Make a pillow with your hands and just rest one cheek on the mat. Sure. If you notice your mind wandering off of your mat here as you settle into stillness, see if you can pull it back. Intentionally be here with me for these last few poses. Whenever you're ready, just go ahead and roll over onto your back. Doesn't have to be fancy. You can keep the blanket where it is. Make sure your pillow is close nearby. I'm going to offer a few hip openers to end our class today. Feel free to take whichever ones you would like. Maybe you want to do a reverse pigeon or something other than our figure 4 that I'm going to offer. Maybe you want to take a happy baby or something. Just do whatever works for you. Go ahead and plant your left foot down on the mat, knees bent. Grab your right shin, pull the knee into the chest. Flex the right foot towards you. When you're ready, you're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee, opening up the right hip. Feel free to stay right here. You can press the right knee away from you, or go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. 3 deep breaths. Go ahead and release the legs, uncross the knees, and just hug the knees into the chest. Finding the same on the other side, planting that right foot down on the mat, knee points up towards the sky, hug the left shin into the chest. Flex the left toes towards you, nice, strong, engaged leg. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Press that left knee away from you. Maybe you hug the knees into the chest for 3 breaths. Go ahead, release the legs. Hug the knees into the chest. And feel free to take whatever inversion feels good to you. I'm going to offer supported legs up the wall. So go ahead, plant the feet, lift the hips, and put a pillow or a blanket underneath your seat, right underneath your tailbone. Hug your knees into your chest and reach your legs up towards the sky. Kind of letting the whole body relax. Maybe bring your hands to your belly. You can flex and point the toes, or you can find stillness. Go ahead, hug the knees into the chest. You can plant the feet back on the ground, remove the pillow. And from here, I'd like you to set yourself up for Shavasana. Whatever that looks like for you, you can bring a blanket underneath your knees, maybe a pillow underneath your head. We'll be here for a few minutes, so set yourself up as you need to, as feels good for you. Maybe you make the legs a little bit wider. Maybe you reach the arms out into a T or over your head. Setting yourself up for relaxation here. As you start to settle into your Shavasana, releasing every muscle in the body. Maybe take a few really deep breaths, intentional breaths, before settling into a natural, uncontrolled breath. Let the muscles in the face relax. Shoulders and the hips melt down towards the earth as you settle in to your Shavasana.